We're going to hear about digitizing marinas and the opportunities that this network of marinas have really made the most of. So nice to see you. How are you doing?
Hey Ben,
Matthias,
nice to see
good
you.
to see you. So let's have an overview of what you guys have actually done so far, where you started on this journey. Could you just tell us a little bit about that?
Perfect. So we have started actually with the idea of how can we enrich the customer experience with digital solutions. And the first thing we needed to find out is actually about what are the pain points that customers have with us. And we started with a huge qualitative research. So we asked the customer, we interviewed the customer to find out about, okay, what do you like, what is it you don't like?
Yeah.
And we also underlined it with a quantitative research where we sent it to over 1,000 voters to find out if what we found out in the interviews is valid.
Right, and they'll rank it 0 to 10, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
So you know exactly how they feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was the aim, and we until now have already invested over 10 million in our digital solutions. And of course we are able to do it because of our network. We have 26 marinas, and therefore investing in 26 marinas is much more easy than, for example, if you are alone in the world and then you cannot do that. But out of the pain points, we actually found out certain elements that are right now things you have to improve. And the most obvious one, and with this we started in 22, was the online booking. So it's kind of like when you think of you are in an anchorage somewhere and the normal situation is 3 o'clock, maybe sun is shining, and then where do we want to stay tonight, right?
Yeah.
And then, oh, we don't have a marina yet.
Yeah, or you try and phone someone, there's no signal.
You try to email, you try to phone, or the easiest path is just go there and hope for the best.
Right,
And we thought, okay, this is not convenient. So we designed a real online booking. So people can now just go online, they can choose the berth, they can pay directly in the process, and they get an immediate confirmation, and afterwards they can upload their documents and have the check-in already done. So actually they can stay on the anchorage for longer, they can enjoy the holiday, and they come in the night when they want because the berth is secured for them.
Yeah, so it's a lot less stressful, but also just the streamlining of the customer experience is better for them, but also operationally. To just have a booking pop up and be like, accept, right, we know who's coming, we know what boat's there.
That's it. That's it. You have a lot of advantages, and actually in the beginning it was, of course, many people said this is not possible, but after some time we already see that 30 to 40% of our customers are already using it this way because it gives the convenience. And the nice thing is that we also reduced the time of the check-in process. So 90% of the time we just reduced by that because nobody needs to queue in front of the marina just giving over the papers or something, because you can just upload it and that's it, right? Yeah. So this gave a lot of convenience on the transient customers.
Yeah. And looking forward, what types of things are you working on now that might be able to refine this and essentially take it further?
So I think when it comes to the annual customers, we thought a lot, and you had the discussion with Dinos on the sensors, so we integrated the sensors. We created an application where actually the annual customer can do anything what he likes. He can review his sensors. We are doing the renewal of the annual berthing there. So actually you get your offer in the application, you can review over all that you got, you can agree to terms and conditions, and you just accept and then go into the payment process. So all of this is done.
Yeah, and you mentioned that historically that was quite a long process. Loads of paperwork, lots of communication back and forwards. And then you compress it down into like a 2-hour time frame. Now it could actually be 5 minutes, even less.
Exactly.
It's a few clicks.
For a marina, only to prepare all the offers was already 5 days apart, and now we reduced all that to 2 hours. So to prepare the offer, to send it out to the customer that he can review it, is a 2-hour task, and that gives so much convenience to our people, and then a digital process for the customer that he can just renew it. But there is one element that actually was a real pain point where people needed to go to the office to get energy supply. So that was something I even reviewed myself. I saw an 80-year-old guy running around the marina to get a plastic card, to charge it with €10 to go back to his place and get the energy. And we thought this cannot be the solution.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly, and it's really ridiculous. And then we designed a retrofit to put in our energy pedestals that now people can just use the app, scan the QR code, They can open the socket, they activate their energy supply, it's measured all the time, they can see their consumption, so they are always aware of what's going on, and they can pay it on a monthly basis just within the app, or if they are transient customers, they are prepaid and they just don't have to worry, they just open, close the sockets there.
One less reason to have to go to the office.
Exactly.
It's much less likely to break down or not work and all that kind of thing. Like it's just the way forward.
Exactly. What we want is that our people are having a good time with our customers. So
that's
it's
why
the human touch.
That's why they're in a marina.
Exactly. It's a human touch. You want to have a strong connection, but you don't want to do this plastic car charging thing. It's not a convenience part. Therefore, for us, it's very important to go that route. And there is a side effect by showing the customer his own energy consumption. We even have a part of educating that also when you leave the boat, maybe turn off the air condition or do other stuff, because now you can literally see it all your time that you're consuming even though you're not there.
So the boaters are actually more aware of what's taking place.
Exactly.
So what they might have not known is taking a lot of energy previously. It shows them. And they go, oh, that's costing me quite a lot. Let's turn it off when I'm not using it. A little bit more eco-friendly, a bit more sustainable, and then cost reduction as well, right?
And all it's about to having this convenience and effortless experience. So really, we thought digital is an enabler for our people. So they have to feel like superstars when they interact with the customer, and this is what we want to bring to the industry. And it turns out well so far.
Okay, super. Thank you very much for your insights.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you, Matthias. Everybody, if you enjoy content like this, make sure you're following here to see plenty more of it. Outside of that, I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.